Hi guys, Captain Foley back with you again for another Eaglemoss review, and today we're continuing our look at Star Trek Online ships with number 3 in the collection. That is the USS Andromeda, which is basically a Galaxy class variation, which is awesome. But the USS Andromeda NCC 92100. So let's take a look at this. If you guys are interested in this or any other Eaglemoss ships, I've done a bunch of reviews on many of them, so check out those. There's a playlist of all the Eaglemoss reviews I've done. Check those out. Click the link down below. There is a link to get over to Eaglemoss, and when you're there, fill your card up with whatever you'd like, and then on checkout, use the discount code Trekyards 10 to save yourself some money. But let's look at the box. I mean, great box. You can see the little window there with the ship inside. It says Star Trek Online at the top, and then the registry number and the ship down here. Like all the other boxes in the Star Trek Online set, it's got the number 03, and then again the registry and ship name there, and a nice montage of ships up on this side there. On the back you got all the ships STO range already. I've already done the first two. And there are more to come. I do have more to do reviews of, and so look forward to those coming up in the future. So they're on the back there, as you can see. A little bit of a write-up about the ship here inside the box. You know, it says a 5-inch die-cast model of the USS Andromeda from Star Trek Online, a collector's magazine with an in-depth profile of the ship, including annotated renders, original production artwork showing how it was designed, and a look at how the designer evolved the design. On the side you got a little bit more information, talks about the ship a little bit, shows some pages from the actual manual, which we'll get into in a second, and then Star Trek Online on the top and the bottom. So great little box, again perfect for in a bookshelf if you want to keep them in the box if you don't have room to display them. Put them in this way with that showing, or this showing, have this. This is how I have it in my bookcase right now because I don't have room to display these, unfortunately. But like that, and it's got the ship on the side there, as well as the name and stuff. So let's get into the box and see what we see. All of these come with a code, which could be redeemed on Star Trek Online there. So there it is there. And this says, captains can use the coupon code below to receive 50% off of any Tier 6 ship listed on the Star Trek Online store, PC only. So, and it expires December 31st of 2022. So, got a little bit of time to get these used up, but there's that there. I'm not going to show you my code because it's my code. So, ha. Alright, inside this is also the magazine, and I love these little magazines. They're a lot better than the original Eaglemoss magazines that came with the regular run of ships, just because those are regular magazine size. Didn't fit in the box, came separate. I didn't get a lot of them because of the way Eaglemoss ships things out. So these ones come in the box. They're the proper size. They're nice and small and convenient. You store them in the box. And they take up a lot less room if you don't want to store them in the box. So on the cover there we got a great shot of the ship. It says USS Andromeda NCC 9210, active 25th century, length 695 meters, role exploration cruiser. So, and number 3 at the top there. Opening the book, you got table of contents, and then assembly steps. It does show the ship here from the top, and then how to throw it on the stand. Well, don't throw it on the stand, slide it on the stand, but you know what I mean. And then some close-ups there of the actual 3D model they used to make this. And again, it looks fantastic. But we'll get into some close-up details as we go. Here we got a USS Andromeda. Beautiful shot of it in orbit of a planet. That says NCC 92100, building a new iteration of a fan favorite meant trying to capture the essence of the impossible. The USS Andromeda represents a 25th century iteration of the Galaxy-class starship design philosophy. And I approve of this design. I love the Galaxy-class. I love the take that this one takes on it. Kind of gives it a bulkier look. I like that. I think that's great. Going to the next page, you got some nice shots of the ship there as well, and again more right up on the history of the ship and the design. It says here, the Andromeda's large internal volume makes it ideal for long-range exploration and colonization missions. The Andromeda's molecular cohesion nullifier field disrupts target vessels in close proximity. A large main deflector dish provides a versatile particle projection system for scientific research, and the Andromeda's dorsal sensor array provides unprecedented passive scanning capability. So, definitely a good scientific explorer, which I like. Next up, we got the page with the orthos on it. Now, the orthoses are always great. I am a ship guy. Love seeing orthos of any ship and all the callouts on there as well. So, again, it looks great. And from the front and the back and the side, it's just such a great improvement almost on the Galaxy class design. I really like that. And this is one of my favorite STO ships for sure. So here it says length 695 meters, crew 830, and commissioned in 2409. Designing the USS Andromeda. There's a whole section there and a little bit of some drawings up here. Those drawings say, Moroni began with a collection of sketches hoping to find new ways to break the recognizable Galaxy class layout. After reviewing, the ship selected pieces from several sketches from Thomas to include in the next design iteration. Thomas Moroni was the one that did this, and we have had him on the show multiple times. He's a great guest to have, and we look forward to having him back again. If you haven't seen any of the videos with him, check them out. Just type in Thomas Moroni STO Trekyards in the YouTube search thing, and you'll find him. Down here, it's got a little thing of the ship here. This is the Venture class starship, an STO original design created by Adam Williams, was the starting point for the Andromeda. So, moving on, again, you got some more computer design sketches there. A nice badge here. And this sketch here says, as he worked, Moroni went back and forth from the 3D model to his sketches, using both to refine the details of the design. Moroni created this clasp patch for the Andromeda in tradition of Rick Sternbach and Mike Okuda. And then a great shot of the ship here. The completed USS Andromeda model includes a variety of details that connect it to its predecessors. So, love these books. They really provide a really good write-up for the ship. And then it goes on to talk about Star Trek Online lore and the Iconians' return. So it talks about the Iconians a little bit here, which we're not really going to look at right now, but you can see there that they've really go into detail about the Iconians. And then on the back, on the last page here, they've always got the ship's in-game stats. So you get to see, you know, its tier class, hull, turn rate, inertia ratings, bonus power, device slots, weapon slots, all that. On this last page, it shows issue number 4, which is the IKS Bortazku, which is a Klingon design, a very nice ship, which we'll be looking at sometime soon. And then some of the other Eaglemoss collection there. And then on the back of the magazine, a beautiful shot of the ship from the top, which again is a fantastic view of it. I do prefer the front and the side views to this ship, more so than the top, but I do like that look as well. So there it is. That is the magazine for the Andromeda, and it's a fun little ship. This one, well, big ship actually. This one was designed to explore the deep regions of the Delta Quadrant and things. So very, very, very cool. So let's look at the ship itself. Not a very big ship, but it falls in line with all the other Eaglemoss ships if they're not the XL, and a massive amount of detail on the hull of this ship. As you can see, lots of little details to look at, which we'll get to in just a second here, but look at all that detail that's on that. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Going to the front, of course, you got the registry number. You can see very small writing there, but the USS Andromeda, NCC 22100. Moving like around the saucer here, you can see there are escape pods and things. They're not three-dimensional, they're not raised at all, but they are printed on there with like a light gray color. And even the texturing or the surface detail on the hull, you've got light gray, you've got white, you've got some dark gray around the rim here. Around the rim of the saucer is that dark gray look, which is really cool. It has an Aztec-y panel-y feel, without going too overboard, but the details really catch the eye. There's so much going on this saucer. You got the phaser strip around there, of course. And then going to the bridge module, lots of little details in there. For the size of this thing, it's actually impressive the amount of detail that's put in there. Some nice striping, red striping behind the bridge and even in this back part, which goes to more darker colors. Which is above a shuttle bay by the looks of it. It looks like this maintains the Galaxy class shuttle bay there. So really great detailing. Moving back from that, you got like I said, more escape pods, more details. You got the little United Federation of Planets logo, which you can change to your own fleet symbol in the game, but those are on there, which is a nice little thing. Flipping it over, there's less detail on the bottom, less color deviation, but you still got that dark ring around the inside, not just the inner part, but also like right behind the phaser strip. There's that darker ring, which adds a lot of character to it. Again, light gray and a little bit darker gray paneling in the middle, the registry number there, and then of course the escape pods and stuff there. Lots of escape pods around the outer ring, but that's, there's a lot of crew on this ship, so you need those. Moving down to the neck, again you got some really nice little details with some red accents near the top there, and then just kind of a mottled looking color. Mottled, I meant to say, not mottled, but mottled. It's got light gray and a little bit darker gray on the neck with some window details. Nothing too fantastical there, but cool. Now we're going to move to the back of the neck, and again the neck is very much an extension of the saucer. It very much bleeds, like slopes back, which is nice. So back there you got the pinstriping. You've got some additional details that look like, well, there are windows there. There are little phaser strips, even some white things which appear to probably be shuttle bay doors, would be my guess. And then just some greeblies and stuff in the middle there. And then a really big impulse engine, which is yellow and red with red pinstriping around it, adding to that detail. So the neck looks really good. Going to the side of the secondary hull, again you got the same kind of mottled look that you have on the neck there, with a darker stripe which feeds back into the struts. And these struts here have a really nice dark accent on the front of them, with the red pinstripe at the back. And again, you got the ship's name on the left hand side and the registry number on the right hand side, in front of some phaser strips as well. Going to the deflector, you got a nice clear plastic deflector. You can actually kind of see inside the secondary hull, but it's got the gold or coppery kind of look accent to it. On each side is the darker gray of like venting. On the bottom, again, a very dark gray, but red pinstriping. You got the little delta there as well, leading back to, one can assume, are more escape pods and things like that, which also leads into like a lighter color at the side there as well. Moving back from that, you got the back parts here, which has a lot of the detail that also the Galaxy class Enterprise D has. Some different paneling and stuff in there, which is very reminiscent to that, and the phaser strips, as well as the details on the struts. On the lower side of the struts, you've got, again, more red pinstriping and a nice phaser array, phaser strip on the where the nacelle curves up at a 90-degree angle there. So really nice. Now the nacelles themselves are super great. I really like the shape of these. The top has some really nice detailing. Again, you got that delta, the pinstriping, but it's interrupted by dark sections with the blue glow between them of the warp coils in there, and that just looks fantastic. From the front, trying to see here if they glow. Yeah, the Bizarre collectors are red in there, and they do glow if they have a light behind them, which is nice. It's really hard to tell whether they're red or not. The length of the nacelle as well, the side of the nacelle, does glow blue. You can see two attachment points for or pegs because of where they're attached, but they do glow blue if they have a proper light source behind them, which is a nice little touch. And the bottom of the nacelle, more of the same, again, kind of carrying detail over from the Galaxy class. You got that round circle in red with some other details as well, and just some greeblies. So a lot of attention to detail on this one. And I really like this ship. This is a fantastic little thing. The STO ships are really nice. I like the detailing. I like the darker darker accent pieces on them. Really makes them pop, and I think the ships are kind of missing that in general, unless you get the STO stuff, which is great. Now, the only issue I have with this one is, it's not really that much of an issue, is when you look at it head on, the nacelles do slant in a little bit on each side. But I don't know if they're meant to do that. I would prefer if they were straight, which I think they're probably meant to be. But with the way the struts curve up, it's really hard to see whether that was intentional or not. I'd have to see one in game. But I really love the look of this thing from the side, as I said earlier, and the front just looks really great. Actually, I'm just going to take a quick look in the magazine at the orthos, because that'll give us a... Yeah, the orthos shows the front of the ship, and it is supposed to be straight nacelles, so that's a little bit of an issue with the flimsier nacelle plastic, but it's not really that much of an issue, honestly. So there we have it. So let's head on over to the stand and take a look at this thing in all of its game glory. I love those beauty passes. Alright, here she is on the stand, getting close. She got some really nice details there, as you can see. I mean, you did see the close-up pictures, but a lot of times just taking a look at it in person really helps. The stand there, as you can see, slots in well there. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these Eaglemoss stands. Even though they are clear, they do obstruct a lot of the ship for me. That's a bit of an issue, so... Anyway guys, here as you can see on a low shelf, looks really good. I love the shapes on this thing. It kind of refines the Galaxy class for me a little bit, and I think it looks really good on a low shelf. On an eye level shelf, again, if you can get past the clear stand being there, like I said, that profile shot is one of my favorites, but other views of it as well, like heading away from you, things like that, have very dynamic looks to them, and I really appreciate that. The stand's not angled too much as far as a lot of Eaglemoss stands go, so not too complaining about that. But and then of course, if we go to a upper shelf for it, looks really great. A lot of good detail there as well, as you can see the deflector there. So you put it on an upper shelf headed towards you or whatever, and it looks really good. So a lot of display potential for this one, and like I said, one of my favorite ships from STO for sure, as it really kind of refines a really classic looking ship. So that is it, guys. Like I said, if you are interested in this one or any other ships from Eaglemoss, use that link down below. Click that link to head on over to Eaglemoss. If you do that, then they know where the traffic's coming from, which helps us, and that helps you as well, because you can use the discount code Trekyards10 when you check out. So if you're able to do so, please consider doing so. We'd really appreciate that. And yeah, go grab yourself some STO ships. We've got more to cover, and we've already done a few reviews of some of the other ones, so check those out as well. So don't forget to subscribe to both channels, the Captain Foley personal channel and the Trekyards channel, and check out other videos, like I said, by us as well. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the future. So until then, I'm Captain Foley. Signing off. Bye, guys.